Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are continuing with our discussion on purpose under the title, What's Your Offer? Now, we have taken our discussion from the book of Proverbs chapter 18 verse 16, which says that a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. And we were discussing about how Moses then had to identify the rod as his gift, or something that he was going to present before the king, something that was going to bring him before great men. Now, Moses only used one rod. But if you go into the scriptures, according to Genesis chapter 30 and 31, we hear a story of Jacob when Laban wanted to make it difficult for Jacob to prosper, when he had made a demand on his reward after having worked for Laban for a long time. The Bible tells us that when Jacob was asleep, he saw in a dream spiritual animals mating with physical animals, and they produced offsprings that were the intended ones that Jacob wanted. And he woke up, he took 3 rods, not just one. He took 3 rods and peeled them and placed them in drinking water. Now, as we say that rods represent your area of strength, which means that Jacob did not depend on just one rod. There are times in life when you need to depend on more than one. You need to discover more than one area of strength so that you can be guaranteed of success in life. We said it is your gift that will bring you before great men. It is a gift that will bring you before noble men. It is a gift that will bring you before many people. So Jacob makes sure that he did not just want one. He didn't have to take just one or look for only one area of strength, but had to identify more than one area of strength. And he took 3 rods from 3 different types of trees. The first one was from a green poplar tree. A green poplar tree is generally used to increase fertility in animals. It causes animals to be on heat, thereby producing more kids or offsprings. So it represents fruitfulness. There are times in life where you need not just to depend on one area of strength, but identify that which will cause you to increase in life. And the second tree that he used was called the hazelnut tree. A hazelnut tree represents authority and protection. And the third one that he used was called the chestnut tree. A chestnut tree represents abundance and harvest. So you need to identify that in most cases, a lot of people have had increase or abundance in life because of being in business, some being in farming and mining. There are certain areas of strength that when you discover them, they'll cause you to have abundance, like the chestnut tree. And your job for some people can provide you security and authority. That means you might not need to depend just on your job, but also depend on other things like a business that can guarantee you harvest and abundance. And the poplar tree, which we said represents fruitfulness, can be other things that you can do. Some people can sell certain things which guarantees them a fruitfulness or rewards every day of their life. Something that generates income if you're talking of money every day. So don't never ever depend on just one area of strength. You are also supposed to discover various areas that will make you to or increase your chances of standing before great men. Now, it was also the same case in the Garden of Eden. The Bible says God caused a river to come out of the Garden of Eden, the one that was supposed to provide water to the Garden of Eden. But the Bible tells us that it started as one river, but it branch into 4 rivers. What that means is sometimes in life, you don't need to depend on just one, but also discover an area that will open other doors for you. There are people who have prospered because once they went into, let's say, politics, it opened doors for them into farming, mining, and other things and other businesses. So sometimes you need, therefore, to look at all the areas of strength that you have and discover an area that if you pursue that area, it will cause you to have access to other areas of strength. So in the case of the Garden of Eden, it was one river, but it branched into 4 rivers. Now these are the rivers. The first one was the river Pishon, or Pison. This name of this river means increase. The second one was the river Gihon, which means to gush out. It means overflow. The third one was the river Hedekel, and Hedekel means speed. The fourth one was the river Euphrates, and Euphrates means fruitfulness. So the Garden of Eden was not sustained by just one river, but there were 4. That means you need to identify more areas that will guarantee you increase. Some will cause you to overflow. Some will give speed to your life. There will be speed in terms of success. You achieve great things in a short space of time. Why? Because your area of strength is causing you to move with speed. And Euphrates means fruitfulness. It was just one river that opened to 4. And I want to say to you, you need not to depend just on one area of strength, but discover all areas of your life that can cause you to be fruitful, to increase, to overflow, and to have speed in life. Now, rivers represent sources of sustenance. It represent things or areas that can cause you, that can sustain us, that can keep us living, things that we can depend on. Now, I want to end by giving you a very interesting example. There's a minister in Zimbabwe, a lady. She used to say every time she goes to a funeral, she would sing. In other words, she had discovered that her area of strength in life was that of singing. At that particular point in time, she was working for NASA Zimbabwe. So she would go every time there was a funeral. When she attends the funeral, she would sing. And one day, there was this funeral and she was singing at that funeral. And the late president of the nation, Comrade Robert Mugabe, was there. And the president took notice of this lady. And it so happened again that then there was another funeral. And this lady was singing again. And the president was also there. That's when she asked to see her. And when she met the president, she was appointed to be a minister. And right now, as I'm talking to you, she's a minister in the government of Zimbabwe. I want you to understand that it was a gift that made room for her and brought her before great men, brought her before noble men. My question to you as I conclude, what is your offer? What is it that you are good at? What is it that you are good for? What is your area of strength? It is your gift that will make room for you and bring you before great men. Aspire to inspire before you expire. May God richly bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, to comment, to like, and to share this video. Until we meet again, stay blessed.